Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special Saturday Snap Take as we try and clear out all the decks we have at the end of the season before Iron Patriot comes. Tomorrow's video will be a spotlight review for every single card coming in the January season, along with every spotlight variant and how you should spend your keys. But today, we're just going to clear out some really awesome decks. So we've got Blue Tears, Infinity, Border winning Thanos list. This is a really cool Thanos Zoo that is not cheap because Thanos is a really expensive deck. However, I think we can get you into this as a slightly cheaper deck, but this is a meta list that no one's talking about that can win a lot of games through putting out a ton of power. This deck needs Thanos, Mockingbird, Goliath, and Cull. That's 4 high series cards, but at least they're older high series cards, so there's a reasonable chance people have them. If you're lacking speed, Kara, Gladiator, Negasonic, even Captain America are all fine here. Nico and Hydra Bob are really good. They're extra ones for a zoo list, but armor and the other cost stuff are all fine. And if you're lacking Marvel Boy, you'd really like to run Khazar. Khazar here does enough of the same thing as Marvel Boy to be fine. Marvel Boy scales upward, but Khazar hits more stuff. Again, this one won an Infinity Conquest. Turn 1, you want the draw stones over the Nico draw over Bob. Turn 2 is the same thing as 1 or Dazzler. If you've played some 1s on turn 3, you want to play Marvel Boy. If not, you want to play Speed. Or if you have Shauna, I guess, you want to play Marvel Boy. Turn 4, you want Cull or Shauna. Shauna is great if you haven't been seeing stones and have Mockingbird, but be careful of your hand size. Turn 5, you would very much like to play Thanos if humanly possible. If not, Cull Shauna makes sense here as well. And then turn 6 is Stones and Mockingbird with Goliath or Blue Marvel. Mockingbird should be basically free for this list. You want to get in on this list right now. Mockingbird is extraordinarily strong in these Thanos shells. They put up an absolute ton of power, and you can play her while going knocking out the opponent with Goliath or putting a ton of extra power on the board with Blue Marvel and win games of Marvel Snap really effectively. Cool. I think that this is a great list. We're going to talk about the rank 2 list after this, the list that just hit rank 2 on the Infinite Leaderboard with Lasher, the thumbnail deck. But one last look at this list. Again, Thanos has been coming back in a really big way, as Zoo is one of the more underrated decks in Marvel Snap right now. Thanos has an ability to play Zoo while also having extra tools in order to deal with other nonsense. Before we go forward, I'm going to ask you to hit that sub button if you're willing as we try and hit 25,000 subs this year. If you're willing, we'll do 7 days a week of videos. This week, we're doing 8 videos. Next week, I think we're also doing 8 videos. The week after that, we're doing 9 videos. If you want more Marvel Snap content, then you can check a stick at the best decks exclusively here. Please hit that sub button, like, and comment. And we are giving away 5 Iron Patriots this week. We are actually announcing the first 5 winners tomorrow. But what I do is I ask a question, you answer that question. In answering, you are entered to win a season pass as long as you subscribe. So it's our way of giving back to the community. And this coming season pass comes with not only Series 5 card Iron Patriot, but Series 4 card Dakin. So it's a really good deal. Last chance review for Galacta. Let's talk quickly about Galacta. This is the last couple days that you can buy this card. Galacta is a 4/6. If you somehow missed it, each turn the first card you play at another location reveals a +3 power. She only works on if you play a card if you play her in the center, you play a card to the left and the right on turn 5. She's only going to trigger on that first one. However, there's numerous ways to make her utterly insane. She has created a ton of new archetypes. I fully expect her to lose a power on her body, but not her ability. Turning Brood into a 15 power play, turning a Shaw into a 9 power play are both extremely powerful plays for Surfer. But turning Captain Marvel into a roaming 8 power is insane. Making a 16 power Scarlet Spider, making Lasher play for 10 power. All of these are, or even Sinister if you didn't get Lasher, play for 10 power. These are all absolutely incredible. I think Galacta has a real argument for being the best the best card in Marvel Snap right now, and I think you should absolutely buy her, even outside of just the season pass. I think she's incredible. She's better than Surtur is. She's better than Symbiote Spider-Man. She's not as good as Agent Venom was, but she's better than Agent Venom is. She ends 2024 as probably the best season pass card of the year, and she's utterly insane. Just a must have card. Sandrokan hit number 2 with this Lasher penny list, and you might be looking at it going, wait, Enchantress? Yeah. Doom 2099 is all over the place on the top of the Infinite Leaderboard. Lasher and Enchantress absolutely wreck that deck. Mobius is really strong right now. Red Guardian also helps wreck that deck. you just have a lot of answers to a lot of bullshit. Your opponent is running Rocket Groot. You've got Luke. No, thank you. You've got Zabu to make things cheaper. You can go Agony into Penny or Agony into Lasher. You can get extra energy with the Agony into Penny to get an early Galacta out. There's just a ton of power here. If you can get Galacta on either Lasher or Scarlet Spider, you're just playing 4 for 18 or 2 for 10, both of which are just game winning amounts of power. You can find Sandrokan only on Twitter, as far as I'm aware, at twitter.com/Sandrokan26, although you can also find him playing me constantly. I play Sandrokan all the time. This deck needs Galacta, Agony, Penny, and Zabu. Lasher can be Mr. Sinister. Mobius can be Cosmo. Scarlet Spider can be Gwenpool. And Red Guardian can be Rogue. Cool. Hopefully you got Lasher, though. Lasher was free and is going to be very good, particularly with Galacta. So again, rank 2. Turn 1 is Zabu over Agony of Penny. Turn 2 is Penny or Psylocke. You want to try and ramp into Galacta if humanly possible. Turn 3 is Galacta over Luke over Mobius. Sometimes it's Mobius over Luke. It depends on what you think your opponent's playing. Turn 4 is Galacta over Scarlet Spider Lasher. If you get Galacta on 3 and you can go Lasher, if you can go, Galacta on 3 into Scarlet Spider, you're in heaven. And then sometimes you can even go like Lasher and Agony or Lasher and Spider on 5, and you're just like, all right, well, I won that game. Like, that's how this list really goes to town. Cool. And then turn 6 is Trigger activates, and then Enchantress or Captain Marvel, and you win. Enchantress to shut down opponent surprisingly, because nobody expects Enchantress anymore, or Captain Marvel to say, I'm not sure where I need this power, but it'll do it. After this, we've got Safety Signature Brew, but again, Lasher is a legitimately powerful card, one worth looking at. It works really well with like a little Agony Penny Parker combo, which are also cards that happen to work really well with the season pass card Galacta. So I think that this is a very powerful package of cards that we're going to be seeing a lot more of going forward, especially as Luke waxes and wanes in the meta. Hey, there's a new event. You can access it by going to the event page, or you can go to the news section of your game. You should see the collector's chest post. You every 5 wins, you get to unlock a free chest. You can do it up to 4 times. 5 or 4 times, whatever. You can do it a bunch of times. You get a chance at a reward outlined below, and 4 extra chances can be earned a day by winning matches. Cool. So you get a free one every day, and then you get 4 extra chances. So you have 5 a day. Once you open 12 chests, you either earn Black Panther or 1,000 credits if you already own the Black Panther, and this is the Black Panther variant you'll get. Your chances of other opening are you have a 2% of 500 credits, a 2% of a PMV, Premium Mystery Variant, a 5% of a Mystery Variant, and I've got one I'm waiting for. You've got 50 credits and then 30 random boosters. I've only thus far gotten 50 credits and 30 random boosters, but hey, free events. Props to Marvel Snap Zone for writing this up. This is where I got the little chart from. But this is, hey, it's a really cool Panther variant that I think is worth owning, especially because all you have to do is play some Marvel Snap to get it. Hey, we have a Twitch where we stream all the time. I've streamed a whole bunch of days in a row. It's my father and niece's birthday. Happy birthday today. So we're probably not going to be streaming today, but we're very likely to be streaming tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day. So please check out twitch.tv/PulseGlazer if you'd like to see one of our streams. Season pass question: how'd you finish up the season? Where are you? I think I'm going to be right around rank 100 because I didn't sleep for a day and tilted myself down from 46 to 100, and I've been floating around 100 since. So good job, me. I think I'm going to finish right around rank 100. We'll see where I go. How'd you finish the season? Where'd you end up? That is how you enter to win a season pass. Also, please check out a stream as we try our best to grow on Twitch. All right, Safety's the Cobra. This is Safety's signature deck. This is a Wiccan Galacta deck as much as it is anything. You will note that it is running Penny Parker and Kate Bishop, both of which are cards that go amazingly well with Wiccan, both of which are cards that really benefit from Galacta. And you might be going, how does Kate Bishop matter for Galacta? So sometimes you end up playing Galacta on turn 5, and if you play Galacta on turn 5, you want a 1-drop to play with her. That 1-drop you play with her all of a sudden is a real card when it's hit by Galacta, which is really nice. All right, you can find Safety at twitch.tv/Safetyblade. This deck needs Zabu, Wiccan, Goliath, and Galacta. Hydra Bob can be Agony or Lasher. Penny or Kate can be Cable Mirage, can replace one, and Psylocke the other. I decided to personally, I've got this deck in my game. I cut Hydra Bob for Agony, and I cut Kate for Lasher, just because I wanted to play them. The other way is better, but still. Red Guardian can be Rogue, Rocket and Groot can be Copycat, Gladiator, Negasonic, kind of whatever three you want. That is good. And Gwenpool can be Enchantress or Captain Marvel. Galacta is too good to replace. Gwenpool is replaceable. All right, so this is again Infinite Border winner and a top tier deck that safety plays all the time. Turn 1, you want Zabu over Kitty. Turn 2, Penny over Kate over 2/1s. Turn 3 is Rocket and Groot is better than a 2+1. Turn 4, Wiccan is better than Galacta, which is more or less equal to Gwenpool. Turn 5, it depends if you have a 1, right? If you have Galacta and a 1 on turn 5, you're perfectly fine playing Gwenpool on 4 first. Turn 5, Galacta and a 1 or 3, or Gwenpool the same. And then turn 6, Alioth or a bunch of buffed stuff. Cool. Yeah. This list is incredible. You should play this list. I don't know how else to put that. This is a great, great Marvel Snap list from the great, great Safetyblade. If you'd like to see gameplay from some of our friends, please check out the stream team. Today is Sunday, so today is Saturday. I don't know how days of the week work anymore. Today is Saturday, so if you're watching this relatively early, maybe FaThorNewman is still live, he'll have a YouTube video up. And then Obihaved will be streaming tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, showing videos from this and tomorrow's decks. We finish up with Nerd Dynamite's Guardians. Nerd Dynamite is awesome and came with this really, really creative Guardians deck. This one is built around abusing Galacta, but also you've got Rocket and Groot and Rocket and Groot. So, like, come on. You can't be too stubborn to play this, right? So we got Rocket Groot, Gamora, and Star-Lord. So we've got the core Guardians and Nebula. Are we missing one? Yeah, we're missing Drax. Drax is terrible. But this is a very cool list. We've got Jean Grey and Daredevil for shenanigans, Negasonic to really, really take advantage of that Daredevil. Just beautiful list. You can find Nerd Dynamite, youtube.com/@NerdDynamite. This deck needs Rocket Groot, Nebula, and Galacta. So this feels like a pretty good Iron Patriot deck too. Iron Patriot is the season pass card that comes out on Tuesday. It's a 2/3 on reveal, add a random 4, 5, or 6 cost to your hand. And if you're winning here after next turn, give it -4 power. So I think that's a reasonable thing to replace Nightcrawler with in this list, because like you don't always want a Star-Lord. But if you go Nebula in one spot, that card in another, you should generally have Prio. If you have Prio, then all of a sudden your Negasonic is going to win you that lane. Your Rocket and Groot is going to win you that lane. So on, your Groot has a lot of power. You've got a lot of ways to really do powerful things. So that's my logic for that. I think Iron Patriot's going to be a great card. I don't think it's going to be nearly as good as Galacta, but I think it is going to be a great card. All right, please check out Nerd Dynamite on YouTube. Pretty please. Nerd Dynamite's awesome, shows great decks, great personality, wonderful person. Go watch his videos. Turn 1, you want Nebula over Nightcrawler. Turn 2, Nebula is more or less equal to Daredevil. Use Star-Lord only if you have Nebula. If you know they're going to play on Nebula, you can drop Star-Lord then. Turn 5, Rocket and Groot on Nebula or Jean. I tend to get Rocket and Groot out first, and then you can drop Jean on 4 if you don't have Galacta. Though if you do have Galacta, and you've got a lane that's relatively full with like Nightcrawler-y stuff, you would drop Jean on Nightcrawler and then play Galacta there over that. Turn 4 is Galacta over Rocket and Groot and Rocket. Turn 5 is Galacta plus Rocket. Again, different lanes ideally, right? Which is more or less equal to Negasonic plus Star-Lord. And then Gamora and a 1 or Negasonic and Groot on turn 6. Super cool list. Guardians is not my favorite thing in Snap, but it's really, really fun. And if you're looking for a fun list to win some games with, win some cubes with, this one is here for you. Questions of the day. So Thinking Poker asks about hoarding keys, given that we know that the random spot will have 2,000 tokens instead of a variant. So it depends where you are in your collection level and what you need, right? If you have the other cards and spotlights, then you should be using tokens where possible until and saving up keys until the change, which is going to be the second week of January 14th. January 14th's patch, the fourth spot, it becomes double the tokens, which means use tokens if you have the other cards. However, week 1 of the new season comes with Victoria Hand and Kate Bishop. If you don't own Kate Bishop and you don't own Victoria Hand, it's still probably worth using keys and risking the extra 1,000 tokens. It sucks, but it is better that way if you need 2 cards, because then you're fundamentally doubling the use of your keys, right, by getting extra cards. As long as you have 4, obviously, never open with less than 4 keys. Cool. Rat Nerd asks my favorite and least favorite movies of 2024. So it turns out I only saw 6 movies in 2024, and outside of One Love, the Bob Marley story, and Deadpool and Wolverine, everything I saw was with my son. So, although, yeah, no, we even saw Wicked with him. So my favorite movies I saw, I liked Deadpool Wolverine, but I didn't love it. Um, I thought the Bob Marley movie One Love was nice, but whatever. Um, the best movies I saw were The Wild Robot and Inside Out 2. The Wild Robot was incredible and touching and beautiful, and Inside Out 2 was brilliant and funny and beautiful, and I loved both of those movies very much. My son liked The Wild Robot significantly more. He's 8. Inside Out 2 was a little bit old for him. That made sense to me. I saw a lot of other children's movies that were just sort of there. Sonic 3 was a movie that was just sort of there. Incredibles no, it's not Incredibles. Despicable Me 4 is a movie that was just kind of there. There were an awful lot of those. Wicked is probably the best non-strictly children's movie I saw, but again, I don't have a large sampling. I liked Wicked a lot. I liked the play a lot better than the musical, but the musical was very worth seeing. A reminder, if you're in the middle of your Series 3 journey, please post your collection on our Discord. I will slowly but surely be working my way through all of the whatchamacallit, blah, 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 all of your lists there on stream and building a bunch of decks and making a document that basically says how you should try to progress your collection. So if that sounds good to you, the Discord is linked in the description to this video. And we have a Patreon at patreon.com/snapjudgments where you can compete in our next tournament for $2. Our $10 tier comes with early access uh, and all these shoutouts. So thank you to Abigail Gieson, Manager Burnett, Irregardless, David Ewing, Phil Dirty Cows, Danton, Ellie B, FaThorNewman, Good Dog Gamer, Ink, Iron Frostman, Jane Everett, Yolo Potato, Thinking Poker, Brown Ryan, Ryan Wood, Ryan Burke, Caretakes Lee, Koire, Kazushi, Archangel 3K, Parafrost, The Goatseeker, Hollowed, Good Pro Joe, Snaptus Joe, Fat Nick, Mr. Kerfuffle, Cables, Ginger Prime, Philip Racco, Chaplow, Carolina to the Danger, Rob Silverman, The Bizza, Black Jeebus, Sex Machine, Skippy G, Jessica Gamble. Oh my god, wait, Jess. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Jess. We almost met a week ago. I tried to set it up with Skippy and it just didn't work out at Brookline, but I'm telling you, my wife and I are coming through. We gonna make sure this happens. You're amazing. I hope you have an amazing birthday that is worthy of how freaking cool you are. Also, there was also a message on the podcast I released this morning if you're interested. Timer Nyquist, King of Bros, Grey Kazoo, Werewolf, Kevsioto, Ludicrous, Gorman, John Q, Jimmy Q, Glam, Colonel Forbin, Yestout, 8 Sage, Synth, Models, Mod Supreme, Green Goblin, Unibot, Flam 56, Steven, Brian H, Kaufman, Tristan H. Martin, Jason B, Only, Fox, Lee, Fuzzy Love, Spectrum Mix, Hood, Matt H, DJ, Mikey Hedging, Snowflex, Oculars, Mr. Craig Sterry, BG, Zodrex, the King Canada, Den, Mad Falcon, Jonesy, Two Ties, the Great Lordess, the Parking Tuccrr, and of course, Kenny T, where the T stands for. Tomorrow is that extra big video. Make sure you sub so you don't miss it. You could just sub now by pressing that button in the middle. Check out our other great videos, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Snap Take. Peace.